Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, y'all think y'all be more excited about these guys? I want to welcome everybody out to this celebration tonight of the 2018 Clifton High School varsity baseball team. We're going to start off with probably the most important thing of the night, and that's introducing these young men to you. We're going to start off by introducing the sophomores. Number 4, catcher Riley Perry. Number 11, pitcher and outfielder Mason Brandenberger. Number 15, catcher Hayden Newton. Number 17, outfielder Colby Caniford. And now our juniors. Number 2, second baseman and outfielder Jackson Phillips. Number 6, outfielder Brandon Ernst. Number 13, outfielder Jake Woosley. Number 23, third baseman Alfredo Rodriguez. And now our seniors. Number 3, first baseman and pitcher Fisher Pitts. Number 5, DH and outfielder Hunter Ringo. Number 7, outfielder Dalton Ross. Number 9, shortstop and pitcher Carter Gwynn. Number 10, catcher Hutch Kettler. This next young man couldn't be here tonight, but number 12, first baseman Austin Bronstad. Number 16, first baseman Justin Kirby. And number 22, infielder and pitcher Edgar Rodriguez. The Cubs were coached this year by Zach Thiele, who could not be here tonight, Logan Scott, who could not be here tonight because he started his honeymoon right after the game, and then head coach of the Cubs, Brian Slater. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2018 Clifton Cubs. What we're going to do now is we're going to kind of reflect back on this exciting season, kind of talk about some of the highlights along the way. These young men certainly took us all on a very exciting ride for the past 6 weeks, and even before that. They have inspired a lot of people along the way. Our entire community really appreciates the way they represented us. Throughout this journey in every game, it was evident. You could see the teamwork that these guys had, the passion, the determination that they showed every time they set out on the field. I want to highlight some of their achievements this year. The 2018 Cubs were the District 19 3A co-champions. In the bi-district round, the Cubs took on Little River Academy, beat them in a 3-game series to win the bi-district championship. The next up was the area round, where they defeated Malakoff in a 1-game winner-take-all playoff to win the area championship. Moving on to the regional quarterfinals in the third round of the playoffs. Down at Belton, took on Lexington in another 3-game series and were victorious and advanced to the regional semifinals. In the regional semifinals, the Cubs took on the #1 ranked team in the state of Texas in Class 3A, the defending 3A state champion, Central Heights. After dropping game 1 of the series, the Cubs battled back, and as those of you that were there remember, won in exciting fashion in game 2 on a walk-off home run to force a game 3. Game 3 was a little different story. In game 3, the Cubs dominated the Blue Devils to advance to the regional finals, matching the farthest any team from Clifton had ever been. In the regional finals, with the berth and the state tournament on the line, the Cubs played probably one of the most exciting baseball series that all of us have ever seen. In fact, earlier this week I was talking on the phone to the gentleman that was the PA announcer at Mike Carter's field there in Tyler, and he said that was by far the best baseball series he'd ever seen. So competitive on both sides of the field. Played against Kirbyville, games 1 and 2, went extra innings with each team winning 1, and set up a winner-take-all game at Jacksonville. That Saturday it saw a back-and-forth battle, but the Cubs came through in a clutch, defeated Kirbyville, and earned their first ever trip to the state tournament in Round Rock. You know, these guys have battled adversity all year, and we expected nothing less in Round Rock. And so it was not a surprise to us when we saw the bracket and that we were paired with the tournament's #1 seed, Gateway Prep out of Georgetown. An exciting game, went back and forth. The pressure did not get to these guys, despite the fact that Gateway had been there before. These guys looked like the seasoned veterans in Round Rock and won 5-2 to advance to the state championship game for the first time in program history. In the championship game against Beckville, the Cubs again found themselves in a back-and-forth battle. Throughout the game, these young men displayed the persistence, the resiliency that got them there in the first place. And although the final score may not have been in our favor, they represented our program, our school, and our community with class and brought pride to all of us. You know, it's said that sports don't create character, they reveal it. And we saw on that field, not just that day, but throughout, that these young men have tremendous character. And we're proud of them, really proud. You know, I think the thing that stands out to me the most about these guys, and I went back and looked at it today in the program from the state tournament, no other team in the state did what they did. Not only did they tie a record for playing the longest state championship game in history, but 8 times through these playoffs, 8 different times they faced elimination, where if they don't win, their season is over. And 8 times they came out of that victorious, and that says a lot about this group of young men. The 2018 Clifton Cubs finished with an overall record of 37-1. They were district co-champions, by-district champions, area champions, regional quarterfinal champions, region semifinal champions, state finalists, and state silver medalists. They certainly rewrote our history books this spring. Thank you guys for letting us join the ride. At this time, I'm going to ask Coach Slater to come up and say a few words.
Hey, thank you, Coach Caniford. Before I talk a little bit about these guys behind me, I'd like to give a few thank yous. First of all, I'd like to thank the administration, Coach Caniford, all the principals, superintendent, for all their help, support throughout the playoffs and throughout the season. They were great. Second of all, I'd like to thank you fans. There was no doubt that we had the best fan support and the best cheering section in the state tournament, regardless of classification. Anybody that was there saw it was nothing but green and white and gray state tournament shirts, and that was an awesome experience, I know, for these guys, so really appreciate it. Last one, I'd like to thank Dr. Spitzer. He puts in a lot of time on this field so we can play on it, and so thank you, Dr. Spitzer, for all your time and effort helping out and supporting the baseball program. before we talk about the season a little bit, I know during the sports banquet, these guys, because we were still playing, don't get recognized for some of their individual achievements. So I know just baseball, just like a lot of things, are team sports, and we always praise the team side of it, but I feel like we probably need to recognize some of these guys for some of their individual accomplishments this season. So we'll start over here with the underclassmen first. We had Riley Perry, who was first team All-District catcher this year. Beside him, we had Mason Brandenberger. He was the district defensive player of the year. He was also third team All-State pitcher. And then coming out this weekend, he'll be the Super Syntex newcomer of the year. Next down the list, we have a juniors. We have number 2, Jackson Phillips. He was a second team All-District selection, as well as the state tournament All-Tournament team. Behind him is outfielder Brandon Ernst. He was second team All-District outfielder. Over here to the seniors, and his first one is Fisher Pitts. He was second team All-District, as well as a part of the state All-Tournament team. Next, we have Hunter Ringo. Hunter Ringo was first team All-District. Designated hitter. Next, it looks like we got Carter Gwynn. Carter Gwynn was the district offensive MVP. He was also the state all-tournament team. He was a first team all-state shortstop, and then this weekend he'll also be first team Super Syntex. And just as important, he was also academic all-state. And I think next to him was Hutch Kettler. And Hutch Kettler was also academic all-state this year. And then down there on the end hiding, it looks like it's Edgar Rodriguez. He was the district utility player of the year. He also is second team all Super Syntex this year. So congratulations, all you guys, on all these wonderful accomplishments individually this year, along with the team. Obviously, this season was a huge success, and a lot of the success was because of these guys behind me. I'm gonna try not to cry, but I can't promise anything. I apologize ahead of time. But these guys, the one thing I always remember about these guys is their toughness, their resiliency, and their belief. And when you put those three things together with some skill behind it, then great things can happen just like this season. No matter what happened throughout the season or throughout the playoffs, these guys always believed they were going to win. And I always appreciate their effort, all their hard work and dedication, and what they meant to me is made this the best year of my professional career. So thank you guys. Well, I'll finish up by what I told these guys in the locker room. We got back Saturday from the state tournament, and we had one little last team meeting in the locker room when we got back. And one thing I told these guys is I'm never going to look at this medal as a disappointment or sadness or regret. This is something to be very proud of, because this is what they earned. And they got to do something this year that thousands of kids don't ever get a chance to do, and that's playing a state championship game. So I'll always go look at this medal. going to look at this medal. I'm always going to choose to look at this medal with a smile on my face and a lot of pride, knowing what these guys accomplished this year. And hopefully they will too. Obviously Saturday wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. In life, there's a lot of things that's not meant to be, and we got to deal with it. We got to find what it is. Hopefully in their future, they'll find it, what it is, their life that they're meant to do. And when they do, hopefully they'll put that mental toughness and that belief and that work ethic with it. And if they do, they're going to be champions in life. And that's a lot more important than any state championship ring I put on my finger. Fortunately, I was able to find out what it was meant for me to do, and that was coach. And then I got lucky, and I found out 6 years ago it was meant for me to be in Clifton and coach wonderful young men like these behind me. And I wake up every morning thankful and blessed that I get to be in Clifton and get to be around your kids. Thank you.
Okay, I get to change hats now. As a representative of the city of Clifton, I want to present this proclamation to Coach Slater and this group of young men. I'm going to read it to you. Okay, it says, honoring Clifton High School's 2018 Conference Class 3A state runners-up baseball team with a record of 37-1. Whereas the hard work, dedication, sportsmanship, talent, and exceptional team chemistry of the Clifton Cub baseball team has enabled these athletes to earn a history-making trip to the Class 3A state championship game. And whereas head coach Brian Slater and the coaching staff, team members, parents, faculty, student body, and the community were integral into guiding the team to the championship game through their unwavering support. And whereas the achievements of this team, both on and off the field, have been remarkable, these athletes have the kind of resiliency and tenacity that makes this community such a unique and special place. And whereas the silver medalist team members consist of Austin Bronstad, Carter Gwynn, Hutch Kettler, Justin Kirby, Fisher Pitts, Hunter Ringo, Edgar Rodriguez, Dalton Ross, Brandon Ernst, Jackson Phillips, Alfredo Rodriguez, Jake Woosley, Mason Brandenberger, Colby Caniford, Hayden Newton, and Riley Perry. And now, therefore, I, James M. Hyde, Mayor of the City of Clifton, which isn't me, do hereby recognize and heartily congratulate the Clifton Cub baseball team on its outstanding accomplishment and proclaim Wednesday, June 13th, 2018 to be Clifton Cub Baseball Day. And guys, I have the mayor has provided me a copy of this for each one of you. I'm going to hold on to it till after y'all are done so you don't get snow cone and stuff on it. But I appreciate the city doing that. All right, the last thing we're going to do tonight, and this is the most fun part, is we're going to open the field up for anybody that wants. Y'all come out here, get pictures, autographs, whatever you want. The Booster Club does have baseballs if you need one. If you don't need one, if you've got one, you got a hat, you want them to sign your arm, whatever, that's fine. Come on out. They're just there to provide that if y'all need a ball, okay? Again, we really appreciate the support. I cannot echo enough what Coach Slater said about the state championship. You know, I got home in time to watch the 6A game, and it was a joke looking at the stands as empty as they were, and to look there and see, you know, that our little community could outdraw, you know, a team out of DFW, and that's what makes this place so special. We appreciate your support of these kids. We appreciate you being here tonight. And how about them Cubs?